We followed the sand for miles. No people, no signs, just surf and sky. Then, tucked behind a dune, we found it. A perfect stretch of untouched beach. It felt like our own private island, and we set up camp right on the water. But as the sun dipped and the tide rolled in, something changed. The ocean started creeping closer, faster than we expected. And that's when we realized we made a huge mistake.
And completely soaked our entire camp. What's up, everybody? Caleb with Baker Overland here, and Jacob's broke down in the ocean. The tide is rising. We're here at the Padre Island National Seashore, and I don't know what we're gonna do. Glad that you guys are watching. Stick around and find out.
Hey. Ahí le va, el rachetón, el más raro. Bebé, como tú lo mueves, baby, yo me enamoré. Bebé, esos ojitos que tú tienes, yo me enamoré. Mujer, como tú lo mueves, baby, yo me enamoré. Bebé, con ese beso que me diste, me enamoré. Ay, a mí me gusta cómo mueve ese todo en el bar. Rosadita, su hilito de dental. La meto, la saco, le gusta por detrás. Yo sé que tú quieres, yo te voy a dar. Se quiere, mamá, bien rico, te digo. Ella dice que nunca ha probado un gordito. Que le dé por ahí. Vamos a mi cama, yo te hago venir. Hey, yo me enamoré. Yo me enamoré. Baby, yo me enamoré, bebé. Esos ojitos que tú tienes, yo me enamoré. Mujer, como tú lo mueves, baby, yo me enamoré. Bebé, con ese beso que me diste, me enamoré. A ella le gustó, ella se enamoró. Ella le gustó, ella se enamoró de un gordito, porque la hice venir. Me dice, papi chulo, tú eres para mí. Fumamos poco hierba para subir. Cuando tú te tocas, te acuerdas de mí. Hey,
Our first little incident of the day. We were trying to get some epic shots of Jacob's rig coming through the water, and took on just a tiny bit too much water. Don't think it's a big deal. I think it just got wet, and it caused the rig to stall, and then it doesn't want to start back up. So it's probably just a deal. We're gonna let it dry out, but we're gonna check it out and see. Hopefully that's all it is. Standing in the ocean, getting shocked. This is what real genius looks like right here, everybody.
We definitely have a bad connection here.
Jacob, this is definitely the prettiest backdrop from any rig repair we've ever had to do, though.
You know, I had to play dumb so we can give Caleb content.
So the true friend does, is they intentionally break their own rig so that I get content.
On my 25-year-old truck has some bad connections.
Man, you shot some water up through there.
I did. It's in the cab. Over it.
If you're gonna break down, might as well do it at the beach.
Got a good one. When you have a subject matter expert with you at all times.
All right, shocked me.
Do it again.
I got that on camera.
I got you up there. It won't shock you now. Unless I'll hold your hand.
The nice thing about having all these mechanically minded people here is when the truck broke down, I just went and grabbed my camera, and this is for you guys. They're making sure the truck runs, and I'm here for you.
See what I mean?
Don't do that.
That
That was
You want me to take that?
Is that how the master techs do it?
You gonna take that one? We don't use the stand in salt water.
Okay, they got it dry enough that he has throttle, only wide open throttle. So he is now out of the ocean. He's no longer in the tide line, sinking into the sand, so that's good. We don't gotta bury him like a seashell. Isn't that right, Lennon? Yeah. Always good when you don't have to bury your buddies in the sand. All right, so we're gonna get back on the way. The plan is we wanna get all the way down to the cut, which if you're familiar with the Padre Seashore, on the north end, all the way down, there's a freshwater cut. And the story is that the fish come out of the cut in the mornings and a school of dolphins come in and eat those fish. And apparently you can watch this happen. Shout out to Brandon at Calvary Overland for telling me about that. So we're trying to get all the way down there. And if you come here, one thing I will say, the beach all the way up to like mile 30 is pretty well packed. Once you get out kind of past mile 40, it gets real soft. The best place to drive is down here by the water where the tide is moving in. And so obviously that just gets softer and softer. And every little delay means the ground is a little bit more difficult to travel. So we're trying to keep things moving, but obviously if someone gets stranded, we're gonna stop and get them dialed in. From here, our plan is just to see how far we can make it. I wanna see those dolphins. I think that would be sweet. She wants to see the dolphins. I wanna see the dolphins. You wanna see the dolphins. And now I've set this up so if we don't see any dolphins, everyone's gonna be disappointed. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm just really good at setting expectations high and letting people down. Like and subscribe. Become a member. The most disappointing YouTuber in the space.
Every time we go to the beach, I've always been like, man, I wish I had my truck and tent and stuff, and we could just like stay on the beach and then wake up and go get in the ocean and make some good food and hang out, have a campfire.
Yeah.
I always want to do that. We are freaking doing it. Was that enough energy or was that too much energy? Ah! I almost drove into a hole. More energy?
No.
Should I dab on them?
No.
Is dabbing not cool anymore?
No.
Just about the time I started doing it, it's when they stopped being cool.
It's probably not right now, but not right now it's cool, but it'll probably be cool again in a couple years.
Oh yeah, I'll bring it back. I'll
That's how
keep dabbing until
that's
it's
how a
cool
lot
again.
of trends are.
Just keep
It's
going.
like it's
Just be like,
okay, so that's how a lot of trends are. It's like they start and then they're like good for like maybe a year, and a couple years later. And
see,
then
I disagree, and here's why I disagree. I remember being a kid, and when I was a kid, whatever was
I
cool
am a kid.
Yeah, I'm right, but listen, see if this resonates with you. Whatever was cool to me, no matter whether or not I thought like it was still trendy or it wasn't trendy, didn't matter. If my parents did it, it was instantly not cool anymore. So whatever it is, it's like the other day when you were like talking about these overalls or the hat or whatever, and you're like, it's giving farmer, and now if I say it's giving any sort of thing, you're like, don't. That's my word. That's for my people.
Gosh.
You are knocking on death's door. You can't say that.
That's a little dark.
You are. No, you do the.
You don't even know what to say.
No, I know.
You
You're
don't
like,
even know,
I'm
you
so.
don't even know what to say. You don't even.
You're
know
so.
What to say.
What was it? I'm so 3008. You're so 2008. To quote the infamous Black Eyed Peas.
I don't know what that is.
I'm so 3008. You're so 2008. Man, that's another band that you guys missed out on. The 2000s were freaking wild. There were bands called Black Eyed Peas.
What?
And they had lyrics like, all right, 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 all right. That is literally the lyrics to one of their songs. After 60 miles of beach driving, we found it. The end of the island and the perfect spot to camp. I've loved the ocean for as long as I can remember. Even as a kid, something about it just felt familiar. Maybe it's because we're literally made of it. Over 70% of the human body is water, and the salt in our blood matches the salinity of the sea. But we came from the water, and somehow it calls us back. In the vastness of the galaxy, liquid water is rare. It's a cosmic miracle. And yet for us, it's as essential as the air we breathe, shaping life as we know it. And that's why the ocean feels like more than just some place you visit on a summer vacation. It's part of who we are, the reason that we are. It's what makes Earth home. So coming here, setting up camp on the soft sand, listening to the endless white noise of the waves, we get to witness the very fingertip of God that set into motion billions of years of evolution. The sea is a time machine, taking us back to the very first moments of life.
We made it to they call this in the cut, but this is at the far, kind of the farthest end of the north part of the Padre National Seashore, and holy cow, is this freaking cool?
Yeah.
We've talked about wanting to come and camp on a beach for a long time.
Yeah.
And we're doing it.
Yeah.
What do you think about this place?
It's really fun. It hasn't been like right now it's not super hot, which is nice. And yeah, I've liked it. It's been fun.
All the trucks are all set up. We've got Max and his wife. We've got Stefan and his son. We've got Daryl and his son, Jacob and Savannah and their dog, and soon-to-be son or daughter, we don't know, and me and Lennon. And dude, this is what I always kind of hoped it would be. I knew I've wanted to do this for a long time, and we're finally making it happen.
Yeah.
It's so much more accessible than I originally thought. And what's cool is if you do actually make the trek and come all the way down the beach, down here, it cleans up a lot. Now, driving this, it did make me have a ton of respect and appreciation for Calvary Overland. If you're not familiar with them, I'll put a link down in the description below. But they do a big Padre National Seashore beach cleanup every year. And I believe the one this year is in November. I am definitely gonna try and make it out to that. It's just incredible what they do, because there's a lot of people, unfortunately, come here, they'll leave a lot of trash all over the beach. But on top of that, you also just get all of the Gulf waste washing up on the shore. Because this is the National Seashore, it's not gonna be monitored and cleaned up like maybe down in Florida where you have a bunch of condos and stuff. This is very primitive. Yeah. And so the fact that they do this cleanup, it's needed. If you drive this, you'll see. There's just all sorts of stuff from oil rigs and other countries and stuff that washes up and needs to be cleaned up. But down here, once you get down next to the cut, it is pristine. Like, so beautiful. Yeah. And we're set up just right here on the beach. The birds, the wildlife, dude, pretty stinking cool.
Yeah, it is.
Holy moly. This is incredible. Bro, the sunset is blowing my mind. This is like, I mean, I knew this was gonna be beautiful because we're out here on the Gulf, the ocean, and I love the ocean. We go, my family tries to go every year. We end up down in Florida somewhere, but it's never like a primitive camping trip. This is the first time, and I know it may be difficult to see me. Sun is basically gone down, but this is, yeah, this is unreal. You guys remember the Yellow Coldplay music video where he starts out on the beach at like dusk and then he walks down the beach as the sun rises? It's like one of the most classic videos. If you guys are watching this, you don't know what that is, you're either too young or too old. But this is totally giving those vibes, man. I feel like I need to start. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. Dude, this is so freaking cool. Right behind me as we speak, we got a little campfire going in a sand hole. Seriously, is this real life? Did I die and go to heaven? It's quite possible that I have died and this is heaven. Are we in heaven?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm sorry to announce that I'm dead. So there's like this sentiment going around in the Overland world right now. There's like a lot of bitterness. I don't know what the deal is because this has only ever been about joy for me. And for some reason, people want to argue and complain about people enjoying the outdoors for some reason. If you like to film, good for you. Go freaking film. Get the best shots you can get. If you hate cameras, good for you. Get out there and enjoy it without documenting the trip. If you just want to snap a few photos and keep them to yourself, do that. Who gives a crap about what anyone does in this space other than you? You should care about the way you do it. Find a way. This is blowing my mind. This is why I got into this. And I don't care. I'm not interested in getting involved in the high school girl drama in this space. Every now and then I'll see a post pop up on Facebook and someone's like, hey, you're doing it wrong. You're filming too much. You're not filming enough. You're an influencer. You're not influencing enough. Who cares? Get out there and do this stuff and spend less time telling other people, you know, that they're doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. However you're doing it, you're not doing it wrong. The only way that you need to course correct is if you're wasting your time and your energy talking about how other people do it wrong. You're the ones we want out of the group. If that's you, go find a new hobby. You obviously don't like this enough. But for the rest of us, bro, let's go eat this up.
We kept dinner simple that night. Just a few freeze-dried meals from Mamu's camp kitchen, quick to make and surprisingly good after a long day in the sun. The kids crashed early, worn out from the beach, leaving the adults to unwind by the fire with a quiet drink in hand and the sound of the surf in the distance. But just as the fire settled into glowing embers and the night seemed at peace, something unexpected changed everything.
We did not plan for the tides correctly. And they have come in and completely soaked our entire camp. The pit that we dug for a fire, it's now a swimming pool. So this is on us. I was told to plan for the tides by people that know this area, and I thought I had done it right, and I didn't. So we're packing up and moving further up the beach. Stupid of us to be in this situation. But live and learn. So if you come out here, make sure you pay attention to the tides, because they will make you get stuck. You'll wake up stranded on the beach. All right, gotta move my truck.
Thankfully, this happened before we turned in for the night, because if it had hit while we were asleep, it could have been a costly disaster. We managed to scramble and move most of the gear in time, but a few things didn't make it. Daryl's bathroom tent and shower pump were completely destroyed. I've dropped a link in the description to the Padre Island tide tracker. If you're planning a trip out here, I highly recommend using it. Trust me, it's not something you want to learn the hard way.
Good morning. It's actually almost 11 o'clock. Me and Lennon kind of took our time this morning, swam in the ocean, just been chilling out, and we've got frozen strawberries on the beach. Let's go. Doing some steak tacos with enough steak to feed everybody here and then some. Oh, come on with your bad self. I was gonna say I like this because it's a one-pot meal, but it's almost not. Oh, that's looking good. One of the cool things about coming to a place like this is the agenda is like swim in the ocean, lay in the sun, eat tacos, repeat.
We spent the rest of the day soaking up the sun, swimming, and just enjoying the simple joy of being together. We never did spot those dolphins. And yeah, I was a little disappointed. But in a way, I'm glad, because it gives me a reason to come back. But one of these days, when the sun sinks low over the Texas coast, maybe you and I will be standing at the rocky edge of the South Padre Cut. Those dorsal fins will break the surface like a welcome back salute.
Well, guys, that is all for this one. Coming to you from the Padre National Seashore. Absolute blast making this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Huge shout out to our channel members, both those that are here on this trip and the ones that couldn't make it. I'll throw your names up here on the screen. I could not make this content at the frequency that I make it at if not for the support from you guys. So thank you guys so much. And if you're watching this, enjoyed this video, and you would like to support what we are doing over here at Baker Overland, you can click that join button or scan the QR code on your screen, get access to GPS data, Slack access, and trips like this. Would love to have you join us. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Links to your companies down below. Love working with you guys. If you're watching this, make sure that you go check out each one of them and show them some love. Great people, great companies, cool brands to be associated with. But that's all. That's all I got for this one. But most importantly, remember, the more you camp, the less deer the aliens abduct. This fuel brought to you by Midwest Adventure Outfitters.
You ever had to do this?
Never. Never.